Hey everyone, welcome back to Wix Fix. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Ryan, and today's video is another episode of our Wix Studio Simplified series, the series where I help simplify Wix Studio. For today's video, we're going to be primarily talking about global sections. Let's go ahead and get started. So if you've ever used Editor X before, you're probably already familiar with global sections. They are the exact same and they work the exact same as masters did in Editor X. However, if you are new to Wix Studio, then this will be a great tutorial for you to learn about what master sections are. But to kind of first explain what master sections are, let's talk about regular sections. Right here, we are on the home page and we have this section right here. You'll kind of notice that when I hover over the section, it kind of turns blue, and we also have this blue border around it, and it also shows a blue section title right above the section. This is a normal page section. However, when I hover over the header or the footer, you'll notice that it turns green with a green border, and it says header right over here with this little icon next to it as well. This is signaling to us that this is a global section. Same with the footer down here. Now, what are global sections? Global sections are sections that can appear on multiple pages. For example, if I go ahead and create another page just like this, and we'll call this page alternate page, then this page is going to have a different section to the home page. However, it's going to have the same exact header and the same exact footer. And that's because these sections are global to your website. They affect all pages on your website. So if I go ahead and make this section black, then on the home page, you're going to notice that this section is still white because this was a page specific. However, if I go ahead and on the home page, turn this logo to blue, and I switch over to the alt page, you'll notice that the logo is still blue. This is a great way to kind of show what global sections are. Now, I do want to note that under the global sections here, we can open up this little panel. You'll see that we have headers and footers. The first thing I want to note is you can actually have different header designs and different footer designs. For example, if this alternate page was meant to be kind of a darker page, then maybe you want to have a dark header. So what we can do is press the three dots here. We can duplicate this, and maybe instead of copy of header, we can just call this dark header. And let's go ahead and add this to the page. And now you'll notice that we kind of have two headers here on the page. We don't really want that, so we maybe want to take off the default one. So what we can do is press the three dots. We can press add to, and we are currently on the alt page and we want to take it off the alt page. So let's uncheck alt and press apply. So now the only header that we have here on the page is actually going to be the dark header. So now let's go ahead and change the design of this dark header. First thing I want to do with the background is maybe we'll make this black, and then we can grab the text element here and maybe turn this white. And then for this menu, maybe we could turn the menu items to white here as well. Perfect. So now on the alternate page, we have a dark header. And then on the home page, we have our default light header. And you can, of course, as I showed you, as you add more pages, you can always say add to, and you can add which header you want to display on certain pages. And same thing applies for the footer. But that's not all. Let's go ahead and create another section here on the home page. Maybe this one can be like a nice light blue color, and we want to have an image here. So let's go ahead and grab this image. Maybe we'll have some text here that says get started, and it's some sort of call to action section. Now this, obviously the design does not look pretty, but for the sake of today's example, let's just go ahead and go with this. What I want to do is, you'll notice that right now, this is a blue section. It's just a normal page section. But let's say this call to action, we want to use on multiple pages. So what we can do is grab the section itself, press the three dots, and we can set as a global section. So now this is going to open up the global sections panel, and it's going to call a section, and maybe we can call this call to action. So now we can actually use this on multiple pages. And just like we did with the header and footer, we can press the three dots, press add to, and we can throw this on the alt page. So now if I go over to the alt page, you'll notice that the call to action is here. However, it did add it to the top. Typically, you don't have a call to action at the very top of the website. So what we can do is just open up the layer panel and move it to the bottom of the page. This is not hard to do at all. And the last thing that I want to kind of cover with global sections is breakpoints. So right now, if I select a normal page section here, we have the 3 default breakpoints: desktop, tablet, and mobile. Perfect. If I select a master section or even a header or footer, you'll notice that we have the same thing. Now, if I grab a normal section here, and let's just for fun, we'll add a breakpoint really quickly. So now we have 2 desktops and a tablet and mobile breakpoint. However, if I go ahead and select on a master section, you'll notice that we still only have the 3 default ones. And that's because each master section has their own breakpoints that you can apply. For example, if I come down to this call to action and I add a breakpoint here, you'll notice that now we have 2 desktops, a tablet, and mobile. But if I go ahead and select the footer, you'll again notice that this one still has the default 3 breakpoints. It doesn't apply the breakpoints for all global sections, it just applies it to this specific one that we have selected. Another thing that I will note is because we added another breakpoint to a page section, if I add another section to the page, it will still have all the same breakpoints as what we applied to this one. So because we applied breakpoints to a page, which is what the blue shows, any section on this specific page will have the same breakpoints. However, if I switch on over to the home page and I select the page section, you'll notice that we still have the default. If we want to have another breakpoint here, we would have to add it manually. But again, that would not affect the breakpoints for global sections. And that's really all you need to know about global sections inside of Wix Studio. If you guys did enjoy the video, please go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more Wix Studio content coming out really soon. Thank you all again, and I will see you on the next one.